The decision to lend by any bank ultimately depends on a client's ability to repay the loan. This in turn is dependent on a client's cash flow. Insufficient cash flow equals non-repayment, no matter what the size or scale of the farmer's estate or reputation. A bank will use their market knowledge and agricultural expertise to estimate cash flow of a farmer and decide whether the farmer will be able to repay the loan. Sector-specific knowledge will also be used to shape the terms of the loan and establish how best to effectively monitor the client throughout the season to quickly spot any issues. Lending to farmers and assessing cash flows presents a number of challenges, less prominent in other sectors. Cash flow with agricultural production is not regular. It is somewhat lumpy. When producing a crop, the farmer will often need to invest in seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, labor, maintenance, and harvesting up front. Yet farmers will only receive an income from their crop once they have harvested and marketed it. Depending on the crop or crops in question, this may mean a farmer only receives income from his crops once or twice a year. This lumpiness needs to be taken into account when scheduling loan disbursements and repayments. Banks will typically monitor loan performance based on the receipt of regular repayments, taking early action when a payment is late. When loans are repaid with just one payment at the end of the season, however, banks may want to make several visits to the farm throughout the period of the loan to check in with their borrower and ensure that crop production is on track. Along with the regularity of payments, farmers' yields and prices in agricultural production will also vary from season to season, often based on factors beyond their immediate control, such as the weather. A loan officer should ensure they factor in any potential fluctuations and use appropriate sensitivity when forecasting cash flow for an agricultural client. Finally, the loan officer needs to appreciate that smallholder incomes and expenses are not solely reliant on agricultural production, but need to be considered in relation to the entire household's finances. Household members may generate incomes from other economic activities and will of course have significant household expenses that are not related to agriculture. As a result, cash flow forecasting must assess the household position in its entirety with repayment capacity based on whether there is sufficient household cash after all expenses have been considered. Essentially, a bank should only lend to farmers if they can accurately assess the household's complete financial situation and projected cash flow throughout the loan period. Otherwise, there's a risk of being caught out come repayment time.